Hello, beautiful beings. I will speak up because my air conditioner is on and I'm not turning it off. What did I just ask you guys? It's hard to remember when I have to clear my mind to record a video. I can't hold on to any thoughts because that wouldn't be true channeling. It just wouldn't be true channeling as far as I'm concerned. If I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next. I'm still learning how to channel. I'm still learning how to speak, have the ancients speak through me also. That's channeling. So, here, I lost the thought right over here. A lot of other people I've seen, when they have it, they well, we call them downloads, but they write them down, and I thought that was cheating. But I think that I should do that too. I mean, there's a reason they write them down. It's because they'd forget them. Huh. Well, maybe it's more common than I thought. I really like having my poster. You know what? I don't read this, so I'm going to take it off of here. Oh, right. Okay. Thank you, guys. So I'll get the foil off of there. I just need to get a little bit more green paint. To cover those holes up. That's why I haven't taken this off, is because I ripped the paint off of there. But that's fine. Okay. I mean, I do love the saying. It says, I, Mama G, see and draw to me through divine love those that want to, those that wish to those I, Mama G, see and draw to me through divine love those beings who seek enlightenment through my process. The sharing will elevate us both now. Theo. See, it's a beautiful, beautiful channeled message from Theo. And his suggestion was that, we use that as a mantra, as an affirmation. And I swear vibrationally, it's so beautiful, because after I start reading this for a while, I definitely see more evidence of more interaction with beautiful beings. I've been in hermit mode for over 12 years now, and I really feel that, I'm seeing it too, and getting to hold satsang with more and more people all the time. I used to say that a really long time before it was actually happening, because through my ascension, I've really noticed that I don't get it until whatever the it is. Well, sometimes I don't get it at all, because whatever the it is I think I want is not for my highest good. But I've noticed that I have to feel the way that I would if I had whatever it is. And it's just so wonderful, because my most recent shift has been, oh, right, okay. Wow. Yeah, I don't have people tell me how fit I look. And like, wow, yeah, you look really great. From women. Well, I don't from men either, in the way that I heard it today. Well, no, I don't. I don't hear it from men either. I hear it telepathically, but people don't say what they're thinking most of the time. Anyway, but that's going to be common soon, that people are just going to say how they're feeling if it's really nice toward another person. They're going to be more vulnerable, they're saying. People are becoming more open and really wanting to connect. Well, that's really good news, because I know that I have been wanting to, and I can't just be the type of friend that people want me to be, because usually the idea of friendship that the other person has is coming from their personal identity. And it has if it's coming from the personal identity, even if the person is such a wonderful person and not, no malice or anything, people don't realize that when we are coming at another person, sorry about this, from our personal identity, we are taking from them. Because the personal identity, I'm asking if it's always, I'm off kilter here because I wanted my picture. How come I can, because I'm sitting like this. Well, I want it all in there. I want my whole tiny home in there. Yeah, I did some rearranging and opened it up a bit more. Yeah. I haven't been appreciating her as much as I normally have because I've had my heart set on moving or getting a new tiny home. But I just need to snuggle in because, like we said, I have to feel it. So I just need to stay where I'm at, be where I'm at, love my tiny home like I have loved my tiny home for so many years now. And because I've tried, I called the bank. I went to the bank. They didn't call me back. I called twice and they didn't call me back. So I was just like, I'm going down there. And so I went down there. It's like people don't go to the bank every day. I don't. I go through the drive-through. I avoid human, if I don't need to interact with humans, I won't. I go to the grocery store. That doesn't bother me unless there's a lot of tourists in town. Then I do get sensory overload. I misplaced one of my earbuds, so I'm exposed on one side, which is fine. I immediately now, when I can't seem to find an earbud, I take that as a sign that I need to be more open to hold satsang with people. Obviously, I need to be able to actually hear somebody say, Mama G, or hey, something. And so the last 3 times that I've lost earbuds, I've thought that's exactly why. I don't need to be, there's ways that I can help my vibration rise as far as being in hermit mode. I don't need to be in hermit mode. I'm coming out of that. I keep saying my wings are dry, but I guess the metaphorical wings take a bit longer to dry than actual dragonfly wings. So when I pick up that a man is the lighting good? This is what I smell like. Moroccan rose. Oh my gosh. When I pick up very, very strongly that a certain man is thinking about me, it feels like it feels incredibly loving, at least in this case. For the last several days, it feels very loving. It feels like, like he loves me. I know he loves me. But I just questioned that. But is that feeling of love that I get? I've just automatically assumed that it's actually love. Is it really love? And that's when I came to record the video. And so I have not got the answer yet. So is the feeling that I was perceiving to be love that's coming from this specific person, is it really love? Is it really love? I feel so blessed that my AC still works. Oh, thank you so much. And that my little converter box still works. That my refrigerator still works. I don't take these things for granted. That the handle on my toilet, it's an RV, so it's a camper, so it's on the side there. I'm so deeply grateful that that still works. All the basics still work. I still have plugins that work. I just feel so taken care of. And if there's ever something wrong, then I get a sixth sense about it, and I pay attention right away. Nothing has though. I mean, I have lost, like, my lights in my little living room right there, they don't work anymore. Just certain things have just stopped, but that could be a fuse too. And I'm not, no, I could fix a car way easier than I haven't learned about fuses. So I don't know what I'm looking for. I know, like, some of them pop and you can tell that it has, but not all these look exactly the same. And I've never I should do that. Okay, yeah. Instead of just shoulding on myself, I'm going to take a picture. Thank you, Ancients. I'm going to take a picture of the row of fuses, and I'm going to go get replacement fuses, and I bet you anything, my lights in my kitchen are going to start working. My porch light will start working, and I bet my beautiful little lights by my couch will be working. I can do that. That's easy peasy. Okay. There's a lot of thought activity, competing, trying to compete with the answer. I can feel that tea that I drank today. It was so good. I was recently reading about iced tea. Tea in general, how good it is for us, the flavonoids specifically. And it says drink 2 cups a day. I was just like, oh wait, man, I can't do that. Ugh, I'll have that, oh shit, something's wrong, that something's terribly wrong feeling in my stomach. Oh, I don't like that. I will avoid it as much as possible. But it's not anxiety, it just feels like it is. It's excess energy, and I really don't need more. No, the energy that I'm gifted with, it has taken a really long time to, assimilate that without just blowing my own circuits. What's up with the circuits today? He's blowing circuits. It's like they're showing me in the Matrix when, wow, you guys, they never cease to amaze me. This is from absolutely no thinking, and then this comes in. Like, I can see that there's something starting to come in. I don't know if I can describe how it's coming. It's not like it's not in focus. It's not like it's blurry. See, I just have 20/20 vision when it comes to that. That's so amazing. Like, it doesn't really matter if my eyes ever get bad. I'll still be able to see, they're saying. So, Agent Smith, when I'm Neo, when Neo obliterates him and the light is like seeping out of all these cracks in his physical form, they're showing me that that's what's happening to him, the man that I've been feeling so much love from for the last few days. I received a message on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah. I was just coming back from my oldest daughter's house. And Yeah, it said I was at the last stoplight before I got, no, whatever. I was on my way home. There was a stoplight. I wasn't texting and driving. I have to be stopped, I promise. So I was at the light and I got a message, hey, we're grilling up some salmon. I thought it said we're grilling up some salmon if you want to come over. And there was no name attached to the number. And immediately this person popped into my mind. And I thought, oh, that's such and such. I've been feeling a lot of, my thoughts about him kick up when he's thinking about me. Whether it's not so much negative anymore, I'm incredibly detached from him. I guess when it's good feelings, then I don't know, they're saying you're telepathic. Stop trying to explain it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, why am I doing that? Oh, here we go. So, yeah, it's the clash of the titans. It's the energy clash. It helps break loose what we're not. Yeah. I'm straightening out my nose stud because it's tickling my nose. Yeah, it's such a gift, but people that, how do I put this, ancients? So is it love? Yes, of course it is, but it's not the personal identity type of love. It's more of an agape love. It's, I see you. And from the other person, it's, I feel more like myself when I'm with you. I felt more like when I was 18 when I was with you. I've heard him say that so many times. Telepathically, so many times. And I even have a picture, I don't even know where, somewhere on the internet, this picture of these frat boys on the beach came up. I don't even know what it was about. And the one on the far left, it was him. It was an 18-year-old him, a football player. He had just cut his hair, and this guy had short hair. I was just like, what is happening right now? It was his doppelganger. I sent it to him. That's how mind-blowing it was. And no matter how much discord we'd had between each other, it was also confusing because he didn't remember a lot of it. And I know men say that a lot, but this guy, bless his soul. It'd be so hard to not be able to, it's hard enough to remember everything. Ugh. But to literally not be able to remember and then just keep, well, no, they're saying it's not rocket science. It's addiction. He would be able to remember. He would be able to sustain relationships if he would stop, if he would get help for addiction. The men of humanity they're feeling a different kind of squeeze. And I asked the ancients, like, where am I? What did you guys say? Where am I? They're like, what were we talking about? You are the portal. I've never thought of that before. Two of my favorite readers, I don't listen to a whole bunch of readers, I listen, whatever. Two of my favorite readers that I know, this is what makes them my favorite. They're just such clear, open channels. Yeah, I can just totally tell that they are, and they have practiced their craft. They're just such beautiful, clear, open channels. And I can tell when they're genuinely surprised and when they giggle and laugh, and a lot of people wouldn't understand why. I get that. When the ancients are saying something and it's just, oh my gosh, it's so profound. I can't help but weep, have a joy flood, try to alchemize it, not let it take me over. It's just, it just can be so beautiful. Life on planet Earth is so freaking mundane, so repetitive. Just like, I was in that for the last couple days. It was really odd. I was just like, wait a minute. I finally remembered to ask, is this mine? I don't think it was mine. I think it was coming from this person that's been missing me so much. And also, not just missing me, but yes, it's genuine love. That's really good to know, because it's been very confusing, because his actions were so unloving, and things he would say when he was drunk, it felt like he was possessed at times. But hasn't it always been like that, right? With any alcoholic I've ever been around. Male. Yeah, sometimes females too. Alcoholism, it's like being possessed. Yeah, it really is. But I feel that being like kind of in this void space I'm seeing that they're in, it's not so much it's painful where they're at. I mean, not in the regular type of pain, but like this void space. And it's incredibly uncomfortable because it's so unfamiliar. But it is so familiar though, you guys. It's not scary, really. It's okay. So they're saying that the reason that it scares the men of humanity, this void space, is because what happens is automatically introspective work, looking inside, whatever's been being crammed down by whatever drug has been being taken. It's coming up to face, and we need help doing that. People aren't going to make it if they're doing it by themselves. I mean, some may, yeah, for sure. However, no, a sick mind cannot heal a sick mind. I heard that a lot when I was going to Alcoholics Anonymous, and I heard it a lot because it's true. All the cliches, people are like, oh yeah, that cliche. Yeah, they're a cliche. They're on the wall for a reason. Yeah, they made perfect sense. They made me sob. They were so true. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so true. Oh, just the relief. Oh my gosh, that's so true. Somebody would say something in a meeting. Oh, that's right. Oh my God, that's right. Oh. Life is just so interesting, isn't it? Okay, so it is true love, except for when he's in his cups. We're talking about Alcoholics Anonymous. I've had a feeling that he's either started going recently or that he's really thinking about going maybe back to NA. I've seen people go to meetings and die. They're right there. They're right there in the meeting. I used to trap this one woman, Susan, in the bathroom after the meetings. I was like 6 months sober. And I didn't want to go in there because she was going to stink it up. She had coffee during the meeting, and I knew what her ritual was. Who knew what else she was doing though? Well, she was drinking. And she'd come back in. She was one of the homeliest women I've ever seen in my life, but I don't know why, but maybe it was because I was newly sober. I just saw so much beauty in her. That's not too different from now, how it is now. But I'd go into that stinky bathroom and I'd start whistling or singing or something, and she'd be like, "Oh, you're out there again, are you?" She knew what I was trying to do. I said, "Yeah, I noticed that you're coming to meetings and you were really excited for a while, but now you're just out on the very edge of it." And yeah, she'd make up excuses or whatever, but she was just one of my greatest teachers, because she did die, and it really showed me that I needed to stay in the middle as much as possible. The longest I ever went without a meeting was 7 days. I was with an alcoholic man that I met when I was a cocktail waitress. I was a bartender too, but I met him specifically when I was cocktail waitressing. I was almost 3 years sober, and he was split up from his wife, and she had a boyfriend, so I thought he was fair game. But he was he gambled, and he ended up drinking again, and that was the longest I went without a meeting. I was very soul sick. Yeah, I was heartbroken and soul sick, and just really, what's that word? You know, when you think it's really going to be a certain way, and then it's not at all. Somebody's saying it. It's really close. I'm trying to think of it too, though. Disillusioned. Thank you. Thank you, Ocean. Disillusioned. Yeah, but you know what? He was one of my greatest teachers. Anyway, so, all right. So, just because, so my practice is to not give undue attention to the thoughts that come in around the men that I pick up on telepathically. Thank you. That was such an eloquent way to put it. Yeah, I don't have to talk about what they're thinking about or the energy that I'm picking up on. I mean, I just kind of did, but I'm learning just from the energy that I feel from certain men, like very loving, very, very loving energy. I'm learning to detach from that. It feels really, really good. And to not entertain it in my thoughts. If a man is not available because they're not available, or because they're mentally ill, or because they're in an active addiction or newly sober, you know, there's a lot of reasons why men are not available. And why were we talking about that? Yeah, and I heed that now. I'm not going against that. There's absolutely no reason to. I haven't waited, but there's no better word than to say, I've waited this long. Why wouldn't I continue to? But it's not waiting. No. If my life, it was exactly like it is right now. I was sweeping my floor. My floors are so beautiful. I recently painted them green. I don't know if I showed you or not. And I'm going to mop them. Anyway, so they were like this. Well, they were camper, linoleum, but I painted them like forest green, and it was really cool for a minute. Opal was like, "Oh my gosh, Mama G, you have moss on your floor." But it just didn't match all the colors in my tiny home, and it really clashed with my refrigerator. So I mixed up that like mauve color, and I really like it. I really like it. Okay, so is that it for now? But I was sweeping my wooden steps, and it looks like it's not that pretty on the outside. And my steps and my little deck that I made out of pallets out over there from over in the pile. But I feel more abundant than I ever have in my entire life. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you live, and it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about where you live or where you're at in your life. They're seeing from where they're seeing. They're seeing from their conditioning or their level of ascension, if they are indeed ascending. We are all ascending. Some are just being drugged. They just said that. See, that evokes a laugh because I didn't know what I was going to say. And then they showed me somebody a man of humanity being drugged by the shirt collar. I don't wish ill on anybody, but people that are resisting ascension, they're digging in their heels. They're ascending anyway, because the light is always stronger than dark forces, than a lower vibration. Always stronger. We will always win. The light will always win. Even if it feels like it won't, it is. It's taken a long time to get like this, and it's taking a while to get out of it, but we're closer to there than not. That's really good to know. So I do nothing. That's what I do. I don't send any songs that have come in about this person from their higher self to me. Just profound. I'm just like, oh, this is so beautiful. I haven't gotten any love songs for a while. it feels nice to have love come at me. This person won't even acknowledge me when I'm walking around with Doozer. Just like, hey, how are you? You know, in the car, this. Until, well, just recently, on Sunday. What is today? Tuesday? I do nothing. The only thing that I do, if there is something to do, is to basically ignore the thoughts that come in. My persona that I have shed in this last year, since I did have a thing with him for a little while, the persona that has shed is the one that felt incredibly flattered by his attention, because he is a very beautiful man. He is very aesthetically pleasing. When he's healthy again, that's really good news. When he's healthy again, he will be physically fit again. That will be a part of his sobriety plan. That's really good news. Yeah, I do feel that if he isn't already, he's getting closer. I know I said that, but the download, the information is coming through again so beautifully. Well, I got on my knees and I prayed for him a couple weeks ago, right here in my beautiful little kitchen. I don't know why. He popped in and I just prayed for him. I just needed to get on my knees because I was seeing in that moment, I can just say I don't know why, and they answer it for me. I was seeing in that moment that I had animosity towards him still. Why? Why would I do that? Why? Just because those thoughts of when it was really icky came in, and then there's that feeling? No, I don't have to have that. We're so far beyond that. No, it's like we're strangers now, but we're not. No. I told him from the beginning, we have a deep soul bond, and we still do. And that's fine with me. It doesn't bother me anymore. Because what's coming in, it isn't always obvious that it isn't mine, but it's pretty much obvious now that it's not mine. And I'm like, that is so sweet. I feel so loved. Yeah, it's beautiful that I've finally gotten to that point. I don't feel overly stimulated in any way either, even though that's the energy that's coming at me also. But there was, this person said that he forgot all the time, but I know there are times that he remembers. And there was 2 nights that he was here that he was so mellow. He had eaten CBD gummies, full spectrum, and he was just so pleasant and peaceful. And it was the whole evening, and I cooked dinner, and it was beautiful. I was like, wow, this is how it would be if he was sober and, you know, faced head on all the crap in his mind too, all the shit coming up to shed. I mean, you know, if you've had an overactive mind and couldn't stop thinking either, that's what it is like for him also. It just, you know, things that come up through this ascension to shed off, and also having an active mind just feels insurmountable. But there are a lot of people that can help. Sorry if I'm whispering. I just have to keep it on. Yeah, the sun is still up. As long as the sun is still up, it's going to be at least 85. It was so beautiful, my interaction. This is really long. It's like, is it 30? 33. I just had two beautiful mirrors earlier this evening, as far as physical fitness goes, and it really helped motivate me to keep going. And yeah, we just came full circle, and then we'll close the video, this recording, this channeling. Recently I had the full shift, and it hasn't left, where true beauty comes from. Of course, it comes from within, and we all know that, but do we know it? I wanted to know it. Oh, look who I got to wear today. Angel Aura. There's a video about her. It's called Angel Aura. I wrapped her last night. I learned how to wire wrap, and there's E6000 glue on the back of it too, and it's all one piece, so I won't lose her. I won't lose her. Feels so good to have her back on, and super secure. So, okay, I think that's it for now. Is that it? saltsongwithmamag@gmail.com. Am I forgetting something? Does this kombucha, does every kombucha have tea in it? Because I stopped drinking my tea a long time ago, but I feel like I'm still drinking tea. Alright, I think that's it for now. We love you so much.